joining me tonight on The Vibe.
I'm Jake Greenberg, and welcome to The Vibe.
I'm Karima Fukushima, and here's what's coming up on The Vibe.
I'm Samantha Sanchonito, and welcome to The Vibe's Thanksgiving special. Hello, Lafayette. I'm Samantha Sanchonito, and welcome to the season finale of The Vibe. We've had an exciting first semester, and we want to give you, the Vibe viewer, the chance to peek behind the scenes to see what it takes to produce each broadcast. If you've ever wondered how The Vibe came to be, or just what I'm wearing behind this desk, you'll find out tonight. You may not know that The Vibe is an entirely student-run production brought to you by the two class sections of Professor Crane's Econ 373. The two classes are divided into 3 groups, each responsible for a show, meaning we have about a 2-week production schedule for each Vibe. In this broadcast, we'll show you how The Vibe was created, what goes into every production meeting, and what happens when we film live every Thursday morning. So follow me into our control room, and I'll show you the parts of The Vibe you never get to see. Like our control room. This way. Hi, Kyle.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
So this is our control room, and this is the mixer. This allows us to splice the Vibe together live and in real time. Kyo's going to be working the mixer today. Usually the director and the back room and the anchor all communicate with this little earpiece, but today we'll be working side by side. All right, Kyo, so our first segment is about how the Vibe came to be, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's ready to go? All right, let's roll it.
The idea of a weekly newscast has been a long time in the making. It goes back to when we started doing election broadcasts of coverage of the elections in 2006, and then in 2008 we repeated that, but the idea was, how do we keep the broadcast going beyond just the one night of coverage of the elections, to do this on an ongoing basis.
Putting together a studio for the money that we did, I think we did amazing results for the small amount of money that we had to work on. I think the results was amazing. For under $10,000 to build a studio like that, I think that's overcoming a lot of difficulties.
I was hired to work on the set. Actually, originally, there was supposed to be graphics all back here, kind of like the Daily Show with Jon Stewart, but after some finance issues and some technical difficulties, we ended up putting this back here. But I carpeted the stage that you never actually see, and I painted the walls and the back thing. Luckily, Plan Ops painted the lovely black ceiling, but there are photos of me just covered in paint from the process.
I actually emailed Professor Crane to see if there was anything that I could do to help out, and he said he was actually working on a project that was going to be very ambitious, that was going to originally focus on the elections, but then it kind of morphed into a project where there was going to be more than just the election.
We had to get space, and to get the space set up and designed in a way that was to make the broadcaster have a facility where we could conduct interviews just like this.
Well, that's pretty accurate about how it came to be. So the next segment we have for you is our production meeting, and when we get together, we have to talk in a group amongst ourselves and decide what's going to go into each broadcast. So this is a bit of that, plus some personal anecdotes about how we feel about the production process. Kyo, is it up?
Yep.
All right.
Every Tuesday and Thursday morning, we wake up bright and early at 8 a.m. to talk about our next broadcast. Lots of time and effort goes into these meetings. We have to talk about graphics, script, and student responsibilities. It's really a daunting task.
Yeah. What's the deal with Ray? I mean, seriously, he's always walking in late. He looks like Ron Weasley. I mean, what's the deal? You know, is he playing around the Chamber of Secrets or something? It's annoying.
Why does everyone think I'm Ron Weasley? I do not look like Ron Weasley. Yes, I'm magical. Yes, I have red hair. Am I as not good looking as Ron Weasley? No, I'm much better looking than Ron Weasley. Why I'm always late? Well, guess you'll just have to ask Hermione.
The intro, I feel like what Luke was saying with like everything pared down, like if I wasn't sitting at the desk but like standing by it and then like we zoomed out to have the whole studio.
This is how I feel when I have to work with Sam. Sam thinks that she's really the leader of the show. Let's be serious. I mean, I'm the leader of the show. It's clear to everyone.
Oh my gosh, Sam.
Working with Sam.
Sam? Oh God, where do I start?
Sam.
So Toby started this thing about calling me Sam. Actually, my name is Samantha. Sam is a boy. But you know, I really don't have any problem with anyone in the studio. I think they're all great, as long as they do what I say.
Maybe instead of like going back to Sam being like, now let's look at something like formal like we do in all the other shows, we could have like 2 seconds where we're like showing the studio, like a clip of the studio being like, get the production segment rolling, like get it rolling. And I would just like to say that all my ideas are brilliant, and people in this room think they have great ideas, and they're not nearly as great as mine.
Emily is always walking around the studio wearing her giant headset thinking she rules the world. Yeah, well, she doesn't.
Okay, come on.
That's your good idea.
I think the production meeting was going well, up until Emily had some idea about...
The boom's in.
Andrew, can you seriously, I'm not trying to be mean, but we're all trying to do the best we can here, and if you cannot get a friggin' boom to me in the right direction, how are we gonna do this?
Like, welcome to a special edition of the Vibe. Let's go behind the scenes, and then the segment started rolling. So you just saw how the Vibe was born, and then that went right into the process.
Okay, so don't get me wrong, this is a great class and everything, but it's at 8 a.m., so everyone's sleeping, we're trying to have a production meeting and no one's awake, and I can't do it all by myself. I can't bring the energy, I just can't do it anymore.
So what time is it?
It's 8:30.
So can people help us set up?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Ray, do you want to go get a pizza?
And go.
The library so we can film?
And we're off.
So, Kyle, is that how you feel?
No.
It's okay. It's all in jest. All right, so next up we have a bit of the filming process. Every morning we meet to film, and this is what happens.
It's production time, ladies and gentlemen. Lights, camera, action. All the lights are on, everyone's in their places, people in the back room working the mixer, people working the cameras. It gets a little hectic around here, but everyone knows their job and knows exactly what to do.
Show graphic and then say, hey,
Okay,
Maddie.
that's fine too.
And then she can change that.
Another
Okay,
problem.
I'm sorry. To turn the sound off when they're talking because there's echo. Did all the mics get checked? Is that how it works?
High five, Maddie.
www.sites.edu/thevibe for any and all information pertaining to this week's broadcast. And now, to close out this week's show, let's all welcome the Corduroys.
I think, because that was a good take, so I would rather just go into Final Cut right now.
Thanks for joining us, Lafayette. We hope you enjoyed this comical view on how the Vibe family operates and that you now have a real understanding of all the hard work and dedication that has gone into each and every broadcast this season. We hope you'll catch up with us next semester for Season 2 of the Vibe. And as always, keep vibing, Lafayette!
Yay!
Okay, and then put together some bloopers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was wondering if is there gonna be enough material from the stuff we already have, do you think?
Oh, my mom is calling me.
To kick off this weekend, come swing by Gilbert's on Friday to meet with the investment club who meets there. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm just getting really nervous. I don't know what to do. All right, should I just start my segment over?
Hi, Mom. What do you want?
Can anyone juggle?
I can juggle.
Definitely start with him.
Oh wait, actually I can't do three. I forgot.
Well, I can toss between my hands.
Emily, face the camera today.
No. It's so uncomfortable. Oh God, oh my God.
The event calendar.
Whole thing like fall.
Well,
right now.
Yeah, just.
I'm sorry. I'm like really bad right now.
Gotta spice it up a little bit, yeah.
Cooking.
Just let it go.
I'm probably gonna take the 9:50 bus home, assuming we get done filming.
Yeah, you can like if you
So I probably have to
start
go.
like there.
Oh wait, am I
Sam.
hang on.
And are we,
Yeah, and I tried.
You start with that and then you
Okay.
go over. Yeah, I don't think that.
That is my mom.
Okay.
No, like you don't understand. It was really funny.
I always like behind the scenes
I
stuff.
don't know why.
I thought it would be cool to have the bloopers be a lead into the credits.